You clicked on this video because you are trying to make sense of Bitcoin and Ethereum, but everywhere you look, the experts are arguing and beginners are left even more confused and uncertain than before. Some people say Bitcoin is the only real cryptocurrency worth owning, while others insist Ethereum is the future of finance and technology, making you feel like you must pick a side in a battle you do not understand. If you have ever felt emotionally drained or financially anxious about choosing between the two, you are not alone. And the most dangerous part is that nobody seems to give clear, honest answers. The truth is that Bitcoin and Ethereum are not rivals competing for the same purpose, because they solve completely different problems and play very different roles within the broader world of cryptocurrency and digital ownership. That simple understanding is the key to unlocking real peace of mind, even if you have been burned by the crypto market before and now feel scared of making another painful investment mistake. In this video, I am going to walk you through a full comparison of Ethereum and Bitcoin that finally makes sense to regular investors who are not programmers, traders, or die-hard tech believers. You will learn what each one is truly designed to do, how they are used in the real world, and how to make better portfolio decisions based on knowledge instead of fear or financial pressure. This is not about hype or complicated jargon, because it is a beginner-focused guide that removes the noise and helps you finally understand what matters and why it can work for you. Because what if Ethereum and Bitcoin are not enemies or replacements, but instead the two most essential pieces of a well-balanced crypto strategy that actually protects you from stress, fear, and unnecessary loss? When I first started looking into crypto, I remember feeling completely overwhelmed by all the complicated charts, conflicting advice, and terrifying stories of people losing everything just because they clicked the wrong button or forgot a password. I was scared to invest real money, not because I did not believe in crypto, but because I felt like everyone else knew something I didn't, and one mistake would cost me everything I owned. The anxiety of making a wrong move kept me up at night, and even after I bought a little Bitcoin and Ethereum, I had no real confidence in what I was doing or why I did it. All I knew was that I wanted to escape the financial systems that felt rigged against me. But I could not tell whether I was joining a revolution or just gambling with digital poker chips. If you have ever stared at your crypto wallet and felt more panic than pride, or if you have sold in fear and regretted it later, then you know exactly what I mean. This video was made for that version of you, the one that wants to believe in crypto again, but also wants someone to finally explain things clearly without making you feel stupid or irresponsible. Because once you stop trying to guess who is right and start learning how these assets actually work, you will finally feel calm, in control, and able to build a strategy that actually fits your life. In this video, we are going to compare Bitcoin and Ethereum side by side, not just in terms of price or performance, but in how they actually function, what they represent, and who they are really built for. You will discover why Ethereum is more than just another coin, because it functions as the base layer for an entirely new financial internet, powering everything from decentralized finance to NFTs and global applications. Then, we will break down why Bitcoin, despite its simplicity, remains the most powerful form of digital money ever created, with security, scarcity, and decentralization that no other asset in crypto has matched. You will also see the biggest mistake beginners make when choosing between Bitcoin and Ethereum, and how that emotional trap leads to stress, losses, and missed opportunities that could have been completely avoided with one simple shift. Finally, I will show you how to build a clear strategy around both Bitcoin and Ethereum that fits your mindset, goals, and comfort level, so you never again feel lost when the market gets loud. By the end, you will not just understand the difference between Bitcoin and Ethereum. You will know exactly how to use them as tools to protect your money and grow with clarity in the crypto space. So stay with me, because each part of this comparison will remove confusion, answer questions you were too afraid to ask, and show you what nobody else explains about these two powerful digital assets. Now, let us talk about Bitcoin. Because even with all the innovation happening around Ethereum, Bitcoin continues to be the most trusted and widely recognized cryptocurrency in the world for one very specific reason. Bitcoin was not designed to be programmable or flexible like Ethereum, because its entire purpose is to be simple, secure, and unchangeable, which is exactly what makes it so valuable in uncertain times. With a fixed supply of just 21 million coins and no central control, Bitcoin offers something rare in today's financial world: absolute scarcity and total independence from banks, governments, or any human interference. When people say Bitcoin is digital gold, they mean it is not designed to do everything. It is designed to do one thing extremely well: which is store value without relying on trust in anyone. You do not use Bitcoin to build applications or launch businesses, because that is not its job. Its job is to be a digital asset you can own fully, securely, and without risk of manipulation. And while Ethereum may offer more features, Bitcoin's strength lies in what it refuses to change. It is not chasing trends or updates. It is protecting a core principle that many believe the world desperately needs. So if Bitcoin is that strong and focused, and Ethereum is that flexible and creative, then why do so many investors keep falling into emotional arguments about which one of them will eventually win? One of the biggest mistakes new investors make is thinking they must choose between Bitcoin and Ethereum, as if investing in one automatically means rejecting the other or betting against the entire rest of the market. This mindset comes from watching online arguments where tribalism runs wild, and people treat cryptocurrencies like sports teams, passionately defending their favorite and attacking anyone who dares to believe in a different digital asset. But the truth is that Bitcoin and Ethereum are not enemies. They are two separate inventions solving completely different problems, and understanding both gives you an advantage that emotional investors will never have. Bitcoin is about long-term stability, scarcity, and security, while Ethereum is about flexibility, innovation, and unlocking new ways to interact with money and technology, so comparing them directly misses the point entirely. The fear of choosing wrong causes people to overthink, hesitate, or panic during price swings, and that leads to bad decisions like selling low, buying high, or avoiding crypto altogether out of stress and confusion. If you stop viewing Bitcoin and Ethereum as a competition and start seeing them as tools, you will stop chasing hype and start making clear choices that align with your goals, not someone else's opinion. But even with that understanding, there is still one question left. How should you actually use these two tools in your portfolio without falling back into fear, doubt, or emotional decision-making? Now that you understand Bitcoin and Ethereum are not competing, the real question becomes how to use them together in a way that removes anxiety, avoids mistakes, and builds confidence in your crypto investing strategy. The first thing to realize is that your portfolio does not need to be complicated or packed with dozens of coins. Sometimes, the smartest strategy is one that focuses on just two clear and proven assets. If your goal is preservation of wealth with minimum risk, Bitcoin gives you the simplicity and security that makes it easy to hold through volatility without constantly questioning your decision every time the price moves. On the other hand, if your goal is exposure to innovation and growth, Ethereum offers the infrastructure for new industries, meaning you are participating in the early stages of what could become the next digital economy. Some investors choose to hold only Bitcoin because they value security above all else, while others lean into Ethereum because they believe in the future of programmable money and decentralized applications becoming everyday tools. But you do not have to choose extremes. Many beginners find peace by allocating some to each, based on their personal comfort, goals, and willingness to learn as the market continues to evolve over time. So, rather than asking which coin will win, ask yourself what kind of investor you want to be, one who reacts with fear, or one who decides based on calm, clear understanding and strategy. So now you understand that Ethereum is not trying to replace Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is not trying to outcompete Ethereum. They are different tools for different jobs, and both can serve your financial future. Ethereum is the infrastructure of a programmable internet, supporting apps, finance, and digital communities, while Bitcoin remains the most secure store of value in crypto, offering long-term peace of mind with unmatched simplicity and clarity. You do not have to choose sides or play emotional games anymore, because understanding how each one works gives you the power to build a portfolio that reflects your beliefs instead of someone else's opinions or fears. You have seen how Bitcoin offers safety, how Ethereum fuels innovation, and how combining both can create balance, direction, and confidence in a world where most people are still guessing or gambling with their money. Ask yourself this: would you rather invest with fear, following loud voices and dramatic headlines, or with clarity, knowing exactly what you own, why you own it, and how it fits into your life? The good news is that clarity is a choice, and you just made it by watching this video, because now you know what matters, how it works, and how to move forward without fear or confusion. If you want step-by-step guidance to build your crypto foundation the smart way, then check out the free training, link in the description. Before you go, I want to hear from you. What confused you most about Bitcoin and Ethereum before watching this video? And what finally clicked that helped you feel more confident or calm about investing? Your story could help someone else who is just starting out. So drop your thoughts in the comments, especially if you have ever felt overwhelmed, lost, or unsure whether you were making the right decision. If you learned something new or feel more prepared to approach crypto with clarity instead of fear, then let us know below and tell us which one, Bitcoin or Ethereum, you are starting with now. And if you are ready to see more content that helps you simplify crypto, build real understanding, and avoid beginner traps, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you never miss the next video.